All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Patrick McConnell from High Point University, and very quickly, my background actually was as a sports announcer, play-by-play in professional baseball, college sports as well, before I made the decision to go back and get higher level degrees and go into academia. But I was very fortunate to get hired 2 years ago when High Point University started a new sports communication program, and so I'm going to, as the coordinator of that program, and so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how that program was put together, how we train our students through the curriculum, and then the opportunities they have for hands-on. Okay, and I'll try to do this as quickly as possible. So the first part of this, our program is just 2 years old. We're in the School of Communication. One faculty member was hired, me. And we currently have over 60 majors in just 2 years. We initially drew majors from within the School of Communication the first year, so we're getting students who were in StratCom who moved over, or maybe journalism who moved over. We got a few students from the campus who were in sciences who decided that was too hard, and so they thought they would come over and do sports. But now our recruiting is such that we have probably 10 to 15 freshmen entering each year. Most of the recruiting is done by the university. We are a tuition-driven, relatively small private school, and therefore faculty are very heavily involved in talking to students, talking to parents, showing up on family days, things like that. So we do have a role in recruiting the students, and it's expected of us. And also a selling point for us is we do have good facilities. The university has been basically rebuilt in the last 10 years, over $250 million invested in the school in new buildings and facilities. And that's correct, $250 million. So that's the program. The way that we put together our sports comm program, though, is by drawing on other majors within the School of Communication: journalism, electronic media production, StratCom, and a sports management major. And then students also do the core curriculum of the school. Okay. So through journalism, we have a convergent journalism, multimedia journalism class. We have a sports reporting class, an advanced sports reporting class, so they learn the journalism side of it. Electronic media production, they are required to take a video production class, and also a sports production class is one of their options. And then also through strategic communication, they take a PR class and a more advanced messages and campaigns class. And then through sports management, they take a sports marketing class, and sport and society, which we are now going to offer as a sport and communication class within our own major in the coming year. And so through Sport Comm, they take a sports broadcasting class, and then this new sport and communication class. And I'll talk a little bit more about these. So basically what we have in this program is 3 career tracks: journalism or storytelling, through broadcast, digital, and print, StratCom, so they can do PR, media relations, social media for teams or for athletic departments, and then video production, so they do studio, they do field, and they do other types of live coverage. So the opportunities for students, they want hands-on like all students do. We have a 30-minute newscast that airs twice a week. And our responsibility through our sports broadcasting class is that the students have to write a script and then anchor the show, or at least anchor their sports segments, just like a local news show. And so they write the script, they anchor, they pull some video or go out and shoot video, and they do 90 seconds to 2 minutes for that. SportsLink, we've heard Marissa talk about what they do with the Gamecocks. And what David does at UNF. So we do have the athletic department that that produces the live events, and in fact, the person who monitors it is Michael's former student. And so what we do is we work with them, coordinate with them, and we require our students to participate with them, even though it's open to all students. There's also internet radio, and there is the Panther Report, which is a weekly sports show. So in the sports broadcasting class, they write scripts. They're required to do field assignments with SportsLink. They also do web page and blogs, and they do podcasts. Other opportunities, we do have guest speakers. For example, from the Panthers, they internship with local media, and being in the triad, the ACC is there. We also have two minor league baseball teams and an NBA development team. To manage the expectations, one thing that to know about our students is they don't really understand the sports industry that well. They like sports, but they don't understand it that well. They don't realize that there's journalism and writing involved, and they certainly don't understand you got to work nights and weekends. They also didn't understand you got to stay for the whole game, even if the game's boring. The other thing is they don't understand that they won't be starting at ESPN on graduation and making $100,000 a year. So you have to give them an understanding of what's expected. What I've learned from the 2 years of starting this program, got to have infrastructure in place. Students want hands-on. They don't want to listen to my old stories about how I did a baseball game with Derek Jeter back in the 90s or something. Students may not have the script writing or video production skills, and we have what I call both the serious and the curious. That is, those students who are really committed, and then those students who just think it would be a fun thing to do. And you got to learn how to work with both of those students. And another thing we learned very quickly is that students think they know sports, but they may not know sports well enough to write about it or to talk about it. And large classes are hard to deal with. It's better to work with smaller classes if you can, but because we want to accommodate as many students as possible, oftentimes we'll have 25 students in a class. And so very quickly, what we're going to do next is we're developing an advanced sports broadcasting class, and we're combining it. We're lucky to have Joe Michaels, 7-time Emmy Award winner and director at NBC, who's going to teach the sports production class and help out our students. Thank you.